Hello students, very good morning. In this video, we will discuss about economic biology. This is the new lesson. See, the economics means what? Economics or economic. That means what will be increase the commercial value. Your trading, that's internal trading and external trading or domestic trading like that. See, the economic means the commercial value will increase with help of the biology. Biology means already that's a living. Bio means what? Living. What are the present in plant and animal? Plants and animals. These are in animals. See, that with the help of the plant and with the help of the animal will increase in economic of our consumers or our people. See, that is the economic biology. Where it will in, how will improve your lifestyle? What are the needs that present? What are the benefits that present in nature? Like that, we will study about in this lesson the economic biology. Economic means the commercial value. Biology means the bio. Bio means the living, and logy means the study of living organism. The plant and animals. What are the living organisms that present in? Basically, the plant and animal. See, and the introduction in this lesson. See, the gift of nature is almost unlimited and thus a variety of useful products are obtained from plant. See, the gift of nature. Why it is called gift of nature? Because of the nature itself that having in so many benefits for our activities, for the human activities. There are so many benefits. What are that? Maybe then basically you have to know some medical plant that present. So the where present that medical plant, that medical plants that present in only the forest region or the shrub or herb like that will growing inside of the forest. That's a nature. Is that no? See the now the presence in this atmosphere. This atmosphere that now the present in the entire the presence of the trees. The trees will be released in gases, respiratory gases. That's a oxygen. That oxygen utilizing in human being. Without oxygen is not possible. You living in the human being. Human being want to serve that life means it needs the have. That's a oxygen and water and food. See that oxygen is the getting from the plant only. Yes or no? So like the merits that present. That's the reason that nature is called in gift. Gift of the nature, almost unlimited and thus a variety of useful. Unlimited is not a limited. Unlimited means what? More than enough of. More than enough of. Just imagine how much of the plant is there present. Like that, all trees will remove means after where you will get oxygen. That oxygen is not getting because of the plant only there. So, in case if you deforestation, that means you remove the plant or trees, everything you remove means that after the surroundings only present the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide only the present means that time will increase the temperature, global warming. Increase in temperature, you are not breathing in naturally, either you are not breathing in properly because of the present hot temperature. That time you feel in sweating, you are not release the oxygen. That means the oxygen want to replace and carbon dioxide want to release. But they are not present the oxygen. Then how can you take in the insect? Insect if you are not taking the oxygen means they leads to death. Like that. That's the reason that mentioned in the gift of nature. That's a gift of nature. Are almost the unlimited and thus a variety of useful products are obtained from plant. What are the products that are present? The plant itself, there are so many things that are present. What are the basically the plant obtaining so many things. What are the leaf? Some plant leaves they are replacing for human food or human consumption, and the plant stem and the plant root. See the root modifications already studied in so many examples. Stem modification already studied and the leaf uses already studied. At the same time, a mature plant that present means, just imagine mature. That means mature tree. Tree that present means you utilized for that wood. Maybe that food in hard wood means you are used in railway. and building constructions. Building construction. They are utilized in that wood. And the furnitures. Furnitures. And then a door and windows and chair, benches, like that. What are the needs? The home appliance, the everything they are getting from the mature tree. So like so many merits that person in plant itself. That's the reason that mentioned in the gift of nature, the unlimited, and thus the variety of useful products are obtained from plant. The economic uses of plant are varied, and therefore the scope for improvement and the cultivation is minimized. The improver of the cultivations, that means we want to increase the cultivations. The good examples that are mentioned in floriculture. What are the floriculture? Floriculture, and next one horticulture. Very simple. See, this is the two culture, that means the floriculture and horticulture, the attract in people activities. That means the floriculture and horticulture have gained considerable public attraction. Considerable public attractions. That means you will make a hot craft like structures. The gardening plant, you know. You now enter the gardening. You know the Ooty flower show and here come flower show. That time you won't see the front of the stage or the inside they are having some decorations. What the decoration is not made a artificially. The naturally plant will grow that. Just the plant is modified like a elephant or like a tiger or the some animals. Some animals like will modify the plant. That's a floriculture and the horticulture. Horticulture, these two things is one part of the biology. This one part of the biology. See, in recent scenario, more happiness is given to the progress of economic aspects of geology like aquaculture. The economic progress. See, nowadays they replaced for the village peoples, other somebodies who those are like the culture medium. That means that persons want to develop in economic level. They are replacing animals. That's a zoology. See, what are that like culture of fish? What are the culture of fish? That means the fish culture. The fish only they are using and the culture of fish. Culture of fish. And next one, the prawn. And next one, crab. And pear. Edible, useful. These are in the culture of animals. That means the zoology. See, they are given to the progress of economic aspects. That persons want to get in more income. That purpose they replace in zoology some animals. What are the animals? The culture of fish, culture of prawn, culture of crab, culture of pig, and culture of edible oyster. So like those animals will cultivate in a particular area, particular place. That after get matures want to sell. After that they are getting some amount of money. And then vermiculture, apiculture and the dairy farming, which are gaining more importance on animal based farming due to their economic and commercial value. So the animal formation is not only present in this one, at the same time they are present in vermiculture. The formation of the fertilizers, the natural fertilizer is not a artificial. You know the homes, that is the vermiculture. Vermiculture and the apiculture. Apiculture and dairy farming. Dairy farming and the gaining more importance. Here itself they are gaining more importance and commercial values. Animal farming has now become an agro-based entrepreneurship and is beneficial to the rural farmers. Rural farmers. That means the village sites. Village side people are doing like that activities. We will study about them elaborately in this lesson. We will study about it elaborately in this lessons. So in these lessons we will discuss about in the activities of the plant and animals, where to getting the commercial values from the plant and animals. In case if you getting the plant itself means want to do the two activities, the floriculture and horticultures. They are having some types. Some types are having in floriculture and horticultures. See here, these two culture medium they are utilizing in plant. So thereafter they are using in this two culture means you getting in some amount of money, that time will increase in some economic level. And see a economic level, then first one then plant is completed, that means the floriculture and horticulture, and next one in animal. So the animal based what are the economic level gaining importance that present means they are having in the culture of fish and culture of plant, culture of crafts and culture of peel and culture of edible oyster. And then vermiculture is not only present in this, at the same time they are present in vermiculture and apiculture and dairy farming. This activities, every activities we are doing in rural farmers, the rural farmers. And thus now I will explain about horticulture. Now I will explain about the first one, horticulture. See, the horticulture means what? The first of all, horticulture, that is horticulture. See, the horticulture means is a branch of agriculture. This is one branch of the agriculture that deal with cultivation of fruit, that deal with cultivation of fruits and vegetable and ornamental plant. Ornamental plant. So the easily want to write here. Anyone asking that horticulture means what? How they depend on horticulture means just you are right. Horticulture means that's a one branch of the agriculture. One branch of the agriculture. And the horticultures that are deal with the cultivation of the fruit and vegetables and ornamental plant. Ornamental plant means what? That's a gardening plant. The garden itself, a showcase. They are having the home itself, they are having some showcase. வீட்டுக்குள்ள அழகு பொருள்கள் நம்ம வைப்பீங்களா, அந்த மாதிரி கார்டன்ல இருக்கக்கூடியது அழகு தாவரங்கள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அழகு தாவரங்கள், that's a ornamental plant. And then derived, this horticulture, this word derived from in Latin word. So this word derived from in Latin word. Latin word. And the hortus meaning garden. Horticulture means then garden. That means hort. Horti means that's a garden. And the see, the chlorine means to cultivate. The chlorine means what? Cultivate. And horticulture is both a science and art of growing plant with improved growth. That means it's not only considered in science, at the same time the horticulture will consider with art. Art means what? You make a decorations, you make a shape, you make a new structure. That's it. So the horticulture means it's not only considered the science, at the same time this science with considered in art. And then have growing plant with improved growth, the quality, yield and with resistance to disease, insults and stress, etc. There are four main classes. So the horticulture is classified in, there are four main classes. Someone will ask how many types of the horticultures they are present. What are the types that are present? You have to mention or you have to list out the what are the types that are present in four types. What are the first one? Pomology. First one what? Pomology. Pomology means that's a fruit formation. That's a fruit formation. The fruits only you cultivating means that's called in pomology. Because of the horticulture that before that you know that's a one branch of the agriculture that deal with fruit, vegetable and ornamental. Now the individually a fruit only your cultivating means that is called in pomology. And second one, olericulture. Olericulture. Second one, which one? Olericulture. Olericulture means that's a vegetable formation. Vegetable formation. And third one, floriculture. Third one, floriculture. Floriculture means the formation of the flowers. And finally, fourth one, landscape. Landscape. Landscape gardening. Landscape gardening. See, they're very simple. The horticulture means what? That's a one branch of the agriculture. The horticulture deal with the cultivation of the fruit and vegetable and ornamental plant. This is called a plant. That's a horticulture. The plant cultures are classified in basically into that's a floriculture and horticulture. The floriculture means that's a formation of the flower or flower formations. The horticulture means that considers within three. What are the fruit, vegetable, and then ornamental plant. See, after that, the horticulture is classified in the four types. What are the first cultivation of the fruit means that's called in pomology, or cultivation only vegetables means that's called in olericulture. Olericulture, and the cultivation of the flowers only the floriculture, and the landscape gardening. Landscape gardening means you make a hut. That means you make a hut. The structures. Some animals like structure or the birds like structures, the presence of the plant, you change the plant look. When you see that plant, after that, the normal plant like that is not present there. The plant will change that shape with some animals like the elephant or the coyote like that. See, that is called in landscape gardening. See, the pomology or fruit farming. Pomology or fruit farming. The term pomology is derived from the Latin word. This term pomology, this word also the getting from Latin. The before that the horticulture is also getting from Latin word. This pomology also the getting from Latin word. And the Latin word, the pom means fruit and logi means steady. So the steady about fruit, that's called in pomology. So the pomology means the fruit formations are already very well. The steady about fruit means that's called in pomology. The steady about. So the pomo means what? Pomo means fruit. This means what? Fruit. Logi means what? That's a steady. So the study about fruit is called in pomology. That's it. Very simple. And you deal with the development, engagement of fruit quality, cultivation techniques, regulation of production period, and reduction of the production cost of fruits. So everything they are included. How will the cultivator, and then productions, and then quality, cultivation of the techniques. What are the techniques that are used? Because of the naturally plant want to cultivate the fruits means we want to need in some years. That means the 10 years, other 15 years, other 2 years, other 4 years. But they are having in so many hybrid plant. That hybrid plant within the years, that's a 1 year and 2 years and 3 years they started that fruit formations. Like that, the technologies, what are the technologies that present we want to utilize that, or we want to find out that any new method or new methodology. Then because of that's a reason that before that mentioned in study about fruits. Okay, that's a pomology. And then floriculture or vegetable farming. Floriculture means is the science of growing vegetable. Is a science of growing vegetables. Because of the floriculture already mentioned this, that's a vegetable formation. So what are the vegetables that are present? Which vegetables you can cultivate within the home or within a kitchen or within a portico of our house. Like that you have to think. There are so many vegetables that are present, but all vegetables is not cultivated in under home house conditions or home itself. It's not possible. Some vegetables only cultivated in home itself. What are that? You have to list out that. That's a reason that mentioned in olericulture means that's a growing vegetables. That's a reason that mentioned in growing vegetables. Vegetable farming can be classified. Vegetable farming can be classified kitchen or nutrition gardening, commercial gardening and vegetable foraging. Can be classified in three. The olericulture. This olericulture, the vegetable formations, they are classified in three types. What are the kitchen gardening and commercial gardening and then vegetable foraging. Kitchen gardening means what? The small space. Kitchen room, you know, the building is having in more big. Our house the present in more big. But you go and check, you compare to the other rooms, the kitchen room the present in very small. It's not a bedroom like shape. Other is not a hall like. Because of the hall and bedroom they are having in more big size. But the kitchens they are having in very small only. So like that, the small space that present means that's enough. You will be cultivated in some vegetables. That's a reason that mentioned in kitchen vegetables. That's a kitchen gardening. See, the kitchen gardening is the growing of vegetables in small scale at household. Small scale. That means what? Is no need in more place. The some space they are having is that's enough. You can cultivate some vegetables. What are the vegetables you cultivate in kitchen gardening? You have to mention that. What are the? They are given in some examples: beans, cabbage, lady's finger, tomato, brinjal, carrot, Spanish, etc. Like that. So sometimes we will ask the questions: what are the type of gardenings that present in olericulture? So the olericulture means basically, you know, that's a vegetable formation, that's a growing vegetables. They are having the three types. The first one is kitchen gardening, commercial gardening, and the next one that present in vegetable foraging. So the kitchen gardening means the kitchen gardening is the growing of vegetables in a small scale at household. Home itself the small space that having is that's enough. You can cultivate some vegetables. What are that? They are mentioned in some examples. You have to mention that. And the commercial gardening. It is the production of the vegetable in large scale to be sold in market. Commercial means what? That's a trading. So the small space you cultivate means you will not sell that, because the small space only the cultivate means the particular vegetables you have to utilize for the ourselves, our home itself. Your purpose want to utilize that. But the large scales you cultivating means they are having more than enough of. That one you want to sell in market. So the which vegetables are, which one that you selling in the market, that's called in commercial. And then vegetable foraging. See, it is the method of growing vegetables in building, greenhouse and cold farming for under other artificial growing conditions. It is the most intensive type of vegetable growing, cabbage, tomato and brinjal, etc. So, this were present. The vegetable foraging. The some vegetables only the foraging they are cultivated, where means it is the method of growing vegetables in building greenhouses. Building means now the present in the building. The presence of the top of the building having some empty space, this space is enough. You can cultivate in some vegetables. At the same time, they want to make a greenhouse. Greenhouse, that means the entire part. This part you have to cover in green. Green layer, that's it. That green covering layer. You know that when you are seeing the nursery plant, that time you see the green color one shade will form that. They are present in one green color shade. That's a greenhouse shade. And then what are the vegetables that are producing or cultivation means the cultivations that involve in some vegetables only that replace cabbage, tomato and brinjal. This cabbage, tomato and brinjal already you studied in kitchen gardening also. Okay, don't get confusion. And then greenhouse or polyhouse. Greenhouse means what? And polyhouse. It is a formed structure covered with a transparent material. Covered in transparent material. That means what? That covered at the same time the sunlight is penetrating inside of that shade. Is not enter in the entire sunlight. So the some of the sunlight only enter the inside because of they are having in some minor holes. That way only will enter the sunlight is not enter the entire light. And the transparent material. Transparent material means what? You can easily identify what will happen in the inside like that. To grow craft under partially or the fully controlled environmental conditions. Partially and fully controlled. That means some plants will grow in the 20 degrees Celsius or 25 degrees Celsius. But now the present the natural condition the 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius now the present condition means how is possible that 25 degrees Celsius will growing that plant want to now here growing means is not growing that. So which place that maintaining in the 25 degrees Celsius that place only will grow that particular species. Now you are taking this is you have to understood. So I am telling this example. Just you consider them cotton. Cotton will grow in 25 degrees Celsius. Now the normal temperatures are present in 30. So the 5 degrees Celsius they are present in between. That's a variations. So the 5 degrees Celsius. This much of the variation that present means that time this cotton is not growing. So you have to make a greenhouse shed. The greenhouse shed you are making means that time you control the temperature. You control the temperature you maintain in the plus or minus in 2 degrees Celsius only. Maybe around you 25 degrees Celsius you maintaining. There only you will grow that plant. You cultivate the plant in the particular environment. Under the environmental conditions to get optimum growth and productivity. It is the fastest growing sector in the agriculture worldwide. It is the fastest. So the here cultivate that organism will growing in very fastly. And advantages of greenhouse gas. What are that? The disease-free plant can be produced in continuously. Disease-free plant. Because of the growing of the plant is not affecting any disease. So the without disease at the same time will increase them productivity and continuously will be produced. And water requirement of crop is very less. Why you are not using more enough of water? Because of the sunlight is not penetrate. Sunlight is not happening in entire surface. Because of the minimum sunlight only enter the inside of the greenhouse effect. So the minimum sunlight that present means water is not consuming more energy. So when will increase the temperatures, that time only the presence of the water molecule will be evaporated. Otherwise it is not evaporated that. And yield is very high compared to outdoor cultivation. Yield is very high compared to the outdoor cultivations. So the inside that greenhouse shed, that inside you are cultivating means that time you get in more gain. And limited pesticides is needed. That means you decided which level you want to utilize the pesticides. Because of that side disease-less plant, so no need in more pesticides. And then it protect plant from uncertain weathers. It protect from uncertain. That means sometimes the climate will be changed in suddenly, will increase or the degrees. So the greenhouse shed that present means they are controlled the uncertain temperature. See, let us a quick revision in today's session. The new lessons that we started, like economic biology. Economic means the commercial value will increase with the help of the plant and animal you are cultivating that time. So the introductions to the plants, the present in the plants, the what are the plant pots, you know that the whole pots they are utilizing. That's a reason that mentioned in the nature of the gift that unlimited source happening in plant. Why they are mentioning unlimited source means because of the each and every part they are utilizing for human activities. Our activities, the day-to-day activities are using in then using in the from the plant. From the plant you are using the leaves and stem and root. At the same time the cultivations also they are utilizing in plant, floriculture and horticultures. In this way you are getting some gain or economic level will increase. The floriculture means the formation of the flower, and horticulture that's a basically that's a branch of agriculture. So the horticulture that ways they are getting from the Latin word, and horticulture that present in basically in what are the cultivations are the considered with the cultivation of the fruit, vegetable and then ornamental plant. On the basis of the performance of the horticulture they are classified in the 4 types. What are the pomology, olericulture and floriculture, landscape. And the pomology means what? The study about fruit, and floriculture means vegetable formation. This vegetable formations they are having in 3 types. What are that? Kitchen gardening, commercial gardening and then fruit farming. And then floriculture, that means flower formation, landscape, okay, and then greenhouse shed. What are the advantage of the greenhouse? Thank you.